Well, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your host, Stephen LeBooth, and we got some great stuff for you today. I hope you had a great, scary Christmas. I hope Krampus didn't come see you, or the other legends. I hope you was a good little lad. But hey, it's me. It's your friend Stephen LeBooth here from Ghost Stories Told from the South, man. We're going to have some great stories today. I'm going to finish up January doing lighthouses. And then after January, I'm going to quit doing lighthouses for a while. And I'm going to start doing like themes. Like for 3 months, for a couple months, I'm gonna do haunted roads, bridges, and highways. Do stuff like that. So I think it'll be fun. Because we've already covered some of the bridges. You know, but we haven't really covered a lot of highways and roads and stuff. We've covered some, but not a whole lot. But I'm really looking forward to this year. Going to put on some more episodes, man. And like I said, I just want to say last year was awesome. Thank you, everybody, for listening and subscribing and hitting the download buttons and just keep following and just, And if you're listening to this on YouTube right now, better hit that subscribe button and you better hit the friend button too, so you can be one of my subscribers. So do that for me, guys. Let's get this puppy going. Keep going. Like I said, I don't make any money off of doing this. I really, really enjoy it. But I'm going to look into this year and maybe in the next year start getting bigger into the merchandise stuff. I'm just waiting for the fan base to get a little bit bigger. But, hey, I appreciate it what it is, man. You guys are good and excellent to me. And I just want to say, hey, thank you. Well, this is episode 86. Can you believe that, guys? 86. 14 more to go, and it's 100. It's crazy. Crazy as a rock. Anyways, hope you guys had a great Christmas and New Year's. Hope you didn't get too drunky. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the year, and I hope you had a great time. And, yeah, let's just get ready to get on. Oh, and like I've always said, if anybody out there listening, or whichever country you're at or anything, it don't matter. We're on Facebook, Ghost Stories Told from the South. We're on Instagram. And email us on Ghost Stories Told from the South at gmail.com. So, yeah, get a hold of us. Tell us your stories, man. I'd love to tell some stories from my people out there. Because like I said, my followers are going up. So, y'all give me some invites. Tell me some stuff y'all have done or heard or seen or whatever. So, well, I guess I'll quit rambling on here. Sorry if I sound stuffy. Excuse me, and a little weird tonight. My sinuses are some bitch. We didn't get any snow down here in Texas, but it got cold and windy. And see, that's what's different with the cold down here. That's why everybody up north laughs at us down here. Down here, it is freaking cold, and it cuts right through you. Because people that's even been up north and came down here and said, yeah, the winters down here are worse than they are up north because we don't ever get them in the winter. When they do, they're bad. But, up north, they get them every year. We don't. All I got to say is come down here during the summer. See if you can handle that, you northerns. I'm just kidding. I love you all. But, yeah, we'll get on with some stories. And like I said, sorry if I sound like crap. Sorry if I get sidetracked sometimes. But, hey, all right. First one we're going to do is the Burnett Gate Lighthouse in Burnett, New Jersey. It took about 3 years to construct from 1856 to 1859. There are, they say, 2 ghosts who haunt the Burnett Lighthouse. That of a man and his wife. They had been on a ship just off the coast when a storm struck. A reader tells me the ship was evacuated, but the husband chose to stay. I'm not sure if he was on the. I'm not sure if he was the owner of the ship or had invested money in it or felt that the scrap from a wrecked ship would be lucrative. But he stayed anyway for minority reasons. He felt that the ship was strong enough to stay afloat. His wife chose to stay with him, although they did not send their infant daughter to safety with one of the they sent the daughters to safety with one of the mates, one of the shipmates. The ship did not survive the storm, but the husband and wife froze to death. Oh, it did make the storm, like he said, but they froze to death. The ghosts often appear on clear, cold days in January and February. On such days when a parent takes their baby for a walk in a stroller or carrier, the ghost will approach them, compliment them on their beautiful baby, and then realizing that the baby is not their daughter, she disappears. That's creepy. So that's what kind of stuff happens around the lighthouse there. And I'm going to start out with with lighthouses from New Jersey. So these are all new. Oh, sorry, freaking cords. These are all New Jersey, and we will get on with the second one. Sorry, I had to readjust. I lifted my hand up and pow, knocked the freak out of everything. Okay, let's get on with our second one, guys. Okay, this one's called the Camp May Lighthouse in Camp May, New Jersey. Standing guard where Delaware Bay meets the Atlantic. This 1859 gym draws nearly 100,000 annual visitors a year. Climbing the 199-step tower. That's weird. Why wouldn't you go 200? Why would you go 199? Kind of creepy. Already, it was set up for failure. 99 steps to the tower is a Jersey Shore rail of passengers that rewards with the refreshing panoramic views of the coast and the seashore. But what if you were most interested in Cape May's rich ghost lore? Wait until nightfall, then hope on a red Sorry, guys. Wait until nightfall, then hop on a red trolley for the Ghost of the Lighthouse Trolley Tour, which shares the stories behind many of the towers, haunted places, en route to the lighthouse. So this takes you tour through the town, then to the lighthouse. As you assist the spiral staircase, but one on the lookout for one of the more famous residents, a ghostly woman in a floating white gown. Wow, a woman in white, carrying a lantern in one hand, and she has a child in the other. So yeah, that's one of the ghosts that haunt that place pretty regular, because I guess she was something bad was happening, and she went to grab the kid, and I don't think they made it out of the house before whatever happened. I couldn't find a whole lot on this one. That's about it. I know it was pretty short. I'm sorry. So, that's that. Well, let's get on with the next one there, you big old goofy guys. Okay. Our next lighthouse is the Absecon Lighthouse. The Absecon Lighthouse is a historic landmark in the Atlantic City area. It was first erected in 1857, over 160 years ago, making it one of the oldest lighthouses in the continental U.S. Excuse me, sorry about that. And the reason it was built could be why the place is so haunted. In 1854, just 3 years before the lighthouse was erected, the ship Powhatan wrecked on the nearby coast. Records state that between 200 and 365 people were killed in the accident. There have been reports of suspicious paranormal activity near the site and at the lighthouse since 1905. A former lighthouse keeper claims to saw the Jersey Devil on the tower one night. Others have reported seeing a sailor watching the ocean from land. Some people have heard eerie footsteps and seen doors close on their own. And these reports aren't just from locals and everyday visitors. The original cast of the Ghost Hunters visited the lighthouse in 2010 and used a variety of paranormal machines or stuff to go ghost hunting. The team couldn't say whether or not they believed it was haunted because of a storm off the coast that impaired their investigation and could have tainted their evidence. However, they did have one spectacle incident they just couldn't explain. So, yeah. I don't remember if I remember that lighthouse or not that they did on Ghost Hunters. I used to love that show. Them two guys were awesome. Yeah. And sorry, guys, if I'm reading like shit. I mean, I normally do anyway. But I gotta breathe through my mouth. I can't hardly breathe through my nose. So when I'm trying to read and I'm like, sounding like this over here and you hear me panting real hard, I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry. I probably made it worse by imitating it, didn't I? Well, let's get on with the next lighthouse story. What do you say? The Twin Lights of Nazav's Sink. The Twin Lights is situated 200 feet above sea level in Highlands, New Jersey. It overlooks the Schuylkill River, Sandy Hook, and Renton Bay, New York skyline in the Atlantic Ocean. The Twin Lights has been used as an old aid to navigate others through the coastal waters of New Jersey since 1828. It was used as the primary lighthouse for the New York harbor and was known as the best and the brightest light in North America. The current lighthouse was built in 1862 and replaced the earlier light, which was beginning to deteriorate. Today, visitors can tour the lighthouse, climb the North Tower for breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. And pretty much on this one, it's the same thing. You know, I mean, doors opening, people hearing stuff. There was a... here's some more stuff on it I'll read for you. I didn't know I had two. Okay, the Twin Lights are located... Okay, I already said that. Okay, the current lighthouse was built at night. At night, it says two beacons, one flashing and the other fixed, provident to another destination, characterizes, the view. With the development and advancement of, equipment and all that, the lighthouse in 1949 was put out of service after 121 years of service. Now it's just a museum and all that stuff. So, but they get the regular stuff there. They get the footsteps. I think there was a couple of one or two keepers that died there from just old age, I guess. Health problems, not really nothing weird. So that one was all right. But there, like I said, sorry, some of these might suck. I don't get a chance to dig in deep because I can't find a whole lot on it. And what I can is just normal facts and not ghost story stuff. So, you know what I can find? They usually just say, well, people hear this or that. You know, the same old, same old. Okay, well, let's go to the next story. What do you say? Sorry, I had to. Okay, here's my notes. We're going to go talk about the Pinwich Island Lighthouse. In the 1700s, the culverts of Maryland and the pins of Pennsylvania. That's weird. Pennsylvania. That's why, huh? Excuse me. Anyways, the pins of Pennsylvania disagreed over the boundary that separated the three lower countries of Pennsylvania, Delaware, from Maryland. The caverts contained that the border should be near the Lewis, while the pins felt it should be near Frederick Island. The matter was settled in 1751 when Johnson Watson and William Parson of Pennsylvania and John Emery and Thomas Jones of Maryland surveyed the dividing Transeular Lane and marked its eastern end, and on April 26th with a stone monument on Fenwick Island. The stone bears the coat of arms. Oh, okay. The stone bears the coat of arms of the pins. It's on its north face, and that of the caverns on the south side. So it's got their family. Don't know what I'm talking about. The coat of arms. It's like from England, the old country, I guess you want to call it. That's like your family symbol, I guess you could say. Where was I? The border was accepted in 1760 and raffled by King George III in 1769. This monument remains standing today, just a few feet south of another enduring white monument, Frederick Island Lighthouse. The 1855 annual report. Okay, I ain't going to read that part. Okay. A lighthouse in the vacancy of Frederick's Island will serve to guide the vessels from the southern points bound into the Delaware and also the great coast trade with the same or more northern destination. Pinwich Island shoal is very dangerous one for those, and also in some degree for the European trade of Pennsylvania. It is very common for ships coming from the eastern to fall in with the coast considerably to the southward of the Camp Habitone. In the thick weather is a light of in thick weather, a light on the Frederick's Island would serve as a great assistant through the strait, or whatever you want to call it. You know, let's see. Okay, here we go. Talking about it getting built now. Finally, I had to zip through a little bit. Okay, well, in 1891, it was oh, not 1891, I'm sorry. And where was it? I just seen the damn thing. Okay, I guess in 1856 there was a spot put for it, and it was starting to be constructed. And then once it was constructed, John Smith was hired as the first lighthouse keeper, with H. Hickman serving as his assistant. One dwelling was concerned sufficient for the station's two keepers until around 1878, when I think I said it was built. Anyways, I probably effed that up, but I'm sorry. When the lighthouse board noted a single dwelling at that station accompanied by two keepers with large families, and requires an addition to accommodate them, with all the cost of $5,000. And then in June of 1881, they got the contract going, and they got the other part. They got the addition built and all that stuff. So two families could live there. Well, think about it. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're stuck out here on usually an island, but in this case, it's like at the edge of something, and there's nothing to do. So pretty much all these people did was, not trying to be rude, but do it all the time, and they was popping babies out left and right. So yeah. Excuse me. Okay, Frederick Island Lighthouse guided miners along the coast in clear conditions, but during periods of limited visibility. They were in danger of running aground Frederick's Island shoreline, located roughly 8 miles east of the lighthouse, or east from the lighthouse. Starting in 1881, Frederick's Shore Lighthouse ship was anchored just east off the shoal to help help vessels avoid the menace to navigation. A light ship was assigned to the station until 1931, when a lightened whistle buddy was deployed there instead. So whistle buddy's just a whistle that lets you know, hey, you're fixing to be in the danger. Turn. And of course, this one's the same stuff too. There was a child that died here from the fever or something, and she died there. A child died there. There was, of course, a light keeper that died there. And I think there was a wife that died there too. So in fact, I think it was the wife. I forgot to copy all that down, but it was the wife of one of the housekeepers, of course. I mean, the light keepers. And when they lost her daughter, I guess she committed suicide. But it's haunted, and they hear creepy noises at night, and you can, of course, see a lady in white. And, of course, you can hear footsteps, and sometimes you can hear a little girl playing around. So, watch what you find out there. I think I have one more story. Hopefully it's a good one. Something spooky. See, that one was good and detailed, but it didn't tell too much of the ghost stuff. That's why I kind of skipped a lot of it, because it started getting into real detail, And I don't mind that, but there's some juicy ghost stuff in there. That's why I wanted to do this. I love telling ghost stories. Oh, man, I'm going to have to stick some straws on my nose next time so I can breathe. But I did see this garlic trick on TikTok, and I'm going to try it. Wish me luck. Okay. Our first one this is Delaware, and I can really only find one in Delaware. It's kind of juicy, but not real juicy. So, let's get on with it. This is the Delaware Breakwater East Side Lighthouse. So, I've only got two for Delaware. But if you've ever seen Delaware on a map, I've never been there, but Delaware's pretty small. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. In 1825, Congress authorized the construction of a breakwater at the mouth of the Delaware Bay off Cape Henlop. Cape Henlop. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Cape Henlopen. In order to create a safe harbor for ships seeking refuge during these storms. Began in 1828 and completed in 1849, the Delaware breakwater was a two-part structure compressed of a breakwater and an icebreaker pier in 1897. The open space between these two sections was closed due to the increase in the size of the number of ships seeking refuge from the storms. So basically, their parking lot got bigger. Where was that? Okay, then they made it bigger, and the new outer breakwater created a much larger, deeper, safe harbor called the National Harbor of Refuge. And the Redbourne colonial structure is 225 feet in diameter, and at the base is a tower is only 45 feet tall. It was demolished in 1996, and it's formally conveyed by the United States government to the state of Delaware. Whatever that means, because it just clearly says the motherfucker was it was decommissioned. It's still there. People maintain it, but it's decommissioned. They don't have a light anymore. But, this is another one of them places way out there you're right. On its water break, it's just like a jetty, on the coast. And you know how long the jetties are. This is kind of like that. It's a long pier, but it's all made like a jetty. It's made out of rocks and stuff. And basically, that sits on one end, and there's another one that sits on the other end. It's basically what they made here was like a big old parking lot, kind of like you see the 18-wheelers at the big old truck stops and stuff, kind of like that, but for ships. So you imagine this lighthouse guy, that was his job, was to stay there, and Jesus, you'd go crazy in a little place like that because there's no yard, there's nowhere to stretch. I'd go nuts. I see why lighthouse people go cuckoo sometimes, because look it up. It's called the Delaware Breakwater East End Lighthouse, and that some bitch is small, guys. But, hey, you can't win them all. Hopefully next time I record I can speak better. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to make it a little bit more juicier next week. I'm going to go back and read some of this stuff before I come out here and say it. If it ain't scary or they don't talk about scary stuff in it, then I'm not going to bring it to you guys' attention, because that's why I had the podcast. But as for me, this is Stephen LeBooth from Ghost Stories Told from the South. Thank you for listening. And I want to thank everybody for who listens, downloads, gives me reviews, all that good stuff. But I'm serious, guys. Y'all start emailing me, talk to me. Hey, let's get together, and maybe I can do a live podcast or something when someone's doing their investigation or something. But we will see you cool cats later. Bye.